I'm Victoria Justice.
Hey, what's up? This is Nick Lachey.
Hey, it's Artie Lang.
And you're watching Covino and Rich.
Covino and Rich.
Check out Covino and Rich.
Well, hold on. I want to be part of this intro. Wait a second. Oh, Blacko McFly.
Yeah. This better be epic. This better be epic.
Oh, see, now you put the pressure on me. Stop.
All right, let's see.
In regardless to the movie, he said.
Yeah.
In regardless.
Regardless.
Well, that's a Mexican thing. Mexicans can't say regards without saying regardless.
So in regardless.
Regardless. So it's fancy Mexican words.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Continue, go ahead.
It's good, but it's terrible.
That was
The dilemma makes it watchable.
That was the feedback you were looking for?
It's a good movie, but it's terrible. Thank you, El Blacko McFly. And by the way, without further ado, let's welcome our new pal,
Malcolm Barrett.
Yeah!
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
What's
I
up,
want to hear
Rich?
more about
Pleasure, man.
Blacko McFly,
Oh,
or whatever,
wow.
which was
Blacko-
also my rap name when I was a kid.
We're getting feedback from the listeners. We were talking
By
about.
the way, that would have been a great black kid's rap name. Blacko McFly.
What's up?
Marty
Yo, it's
McFly.
Blacko McFly.
We were
all right. Raps are straight from the future.
We were talking about the Keanu Reeves movie called Knock Knock. Have you ever heard it? It's like
I feel like I read something about
it was
you
so
defending
bad.
Keanu or something
yeah,
like
it was
that.
so bad that it was awesome.
Well, you know what it was? It's a scenario that it's every guy's like nightmare but fantasy at the same time.
Yes.
I don't want to get into this again totally because we spent like an hour on it, but it was a scenario where he's a family guy. His family goes away for the weekend. And in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock at his door, and it's two co-eds that are like, "We're in the rain, and we need to come in."
I saw that trailer.
Then they seduce him, and he's like, "Yeah, but you gotta go. I'm Keanu. You gotta leave." And they're like, "But we just want to like take turns sucking your dick." And he's like, "But no, but yes, but no." And then they like blackmail.
I have a faithful penis.
And then he shoots in the air.
Yeah. You gotta leave.
That's funny.
Well, I'll tell you what. Last night after watching that, and I told and telling my wife that I would not be able to resist two random girls knocking at our door. That
Good. Wife always loves to hear that.
Yeah.
we did not watch This Is Us this week, but yesterday I made sure I watched your show live because it's one of the few shows I need to make sure I watch every week. Timeless is the shit. I tell people they got to get on this, man. I feel, is it getting the love it deserves? I don't think.
I agree with you, and that more people need to love my show.
Your character Rufus is the real deal. This is a great show. If you like anything to do with time travel, or if you were a kid that grew up watching, Back to the Future, and you like any type of time travel concept,
Yes.
this show's awesome.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, stop right there.
Stop right there. That's it. That's my review. Blacko McFly says, yeah, it's okay.
It's alright, says Blacko McFly.
Yeah, no, it's a great show. It's hard to tell because our ratings are like weird live, but then we like double in like DVR ratings or something like that. I think we just need to move to earlier because families are watching it with their kids, learning about Washington and Lone Ranger.
Do you think there's it sounds corny to say, but is there an educational element to the show? Because there are times, how you watch a good documentary.
Yeah, Rich starts dropping fun facts thanks to your show every once in a while.
No, but you know how you always say when you watch a good documentary, what do you end up doing?
You start doing research.
Right afterwards, you go on Google.
Go to Google.
You go to the Google machine and you start looking shit up. Every week on Timeless, I'm like, Sarah, pause it! And I'm like, all right, let me look up Jesse James for real or some shit.
Is Sarah your wife or one of the two co-eds?
The wife, but got it. Yeah, thank you. But honestly, last night she's like, "You could go to sleep by yourself. I'll meet you in there," like that because I felt bad for Keanu. Anyway, your show, I feel like there's a lot of times I'm looking shit up because it's pretty factual, right? Based on history.
It's pretty factual. We take poetic license. You know what I mean? Elliot Ness wasn't killed by random people. I wasn't shot by Al Capone.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one this week.
Yeah, it's tons of fun. I mean, there's always very interesting things. I mean, there's things I didn't know. I didn't know the Lone Ranger was based on a black man. I didn't know.
I didn't know much about Bonnie and Clyde.
No,
and I looked that shit up because of your show.
No, and on that show we had like her poetry book in the show, and it was her real words. She really wrote that. We really had H.H. Holmes as a character on our show, and he describes himself, and this stuff that he describes is real quotes from H.H. Holmes talking about he has the devil inside of him and things like that. So our researchers, one of which actually became a writer on one of our last episodes, they do their work, they do their homework, and what they love to do is find the things that you don't know, the things you think you know and really don't know.
Yeah, and you got to bring that to life. So you guys have a great team over there.
Yeah.
And you work with the beautiful,
Whatever you say.
the beautiful Abigail Spencer.
Yeah, sure.
She's hot. She's hot. Just smoking hot. And the
I like it with a little more bass.
No, but Spot, you watch a show as well. You're on this.
I do love this show. I'm like an episode or two behind, but I do love this show.
Hey, the guy, Spot.
Yeah, that's producer Spot.
That's Spot. That guy,
See,
his beard came in before he did.
Now I feel bad because you're like, yeah, Spot loves it. I love it. And I feel like I'm the guy left out of the party.
Well, you know why?
Have you not seen it?
You know why?
Covino?
And I feel bad, bro, because
Are you freaking kidding me? Covino?
Malcolm.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Now I'm in
Covino?
here and I'm like, I like you. Now I'm invested. Now because I like you and I like your laugh and smile and you seem personable and cool. And
I like your laugh.
Now I'm like, well, now I got to check it out. And I'll tell you why, because I don't take his recommendations that serious.
Whose phone is on?
Oh, that's mine.
Covino!
Sorry.
You're so unpro. Who's calling
Who's calling you?
Service.
It's one of the two co-eds.
What the fuck does that mean?
Service?
This must be code for like a happy ending massage.
Is that drug deal?
I don't know.
That's drug deal.
It's just service.
Service. No thanks.
Covino just got a call that says drug deal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know who's calling him.
Sorry. Whoa. Suspected spam? What the fuck is that? What does that mean? I don't know.
This is a hard-hitting radio show.
All right.
No.
Anyway,
Hey, no, but you know what? Covino has watched.
This is where Covino is on my list right now.
Yeah.
Never seen the show. He's taking calls.
No.
Other things to do.
We got questions. We're gonna do the
I want
news.
to call the show Rich.
I want to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's on the Rich show.
That's what white people call the show. Don't you dare! And by the way, Malcolm, that's a true story. Anytime like some white suit guy, he's like, "Yeah, the Rich and Covino show." Like, motherfucker, it's the Covino Rich show for 13 years.
Or as white people call it, Rich and Covino.
Rich and Covino did a fantastic job at the broadcast.
But
Where are these places you're going that are reviewing your show?
Well, we do lots of events, lots of meetings, and a lot of times, like the sales guys or the business guys, they always say Rich and Covino, like Covino, which is insulting because, much like I said, I'm not watching your show. I'm only not watching it because Rich recommended it.
That's fair.
Right. When they say Rich and Covino, I'm insulted. I'm like, because to me, they don't know the product. Like, you don't know it at all if you're calling it Rich and Covino. Yeah. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch it. I can't pretend.
Well,
I know a lot about you.
No, that's fine.
I know your comedic stuff that you've done, Key and Peele, and all the other shows you're on.
have.
Yeah, I want to talk about all that
Kroll
stuff.
show you're a big fan of.
But I got to be honest, I have this prejudice, not against black people. No.
We're opening it early. Covino is trying to win fans.
I'm half Mexican. I really can't even
immediately.
I can't even go there. No, toward
Just so you know, I'm prejudiced.
I never liked 227, Different Strokes, Cosby Show, Martin. I never watched that.
Rich is telling me the game is changing, and I'm believing it because I'm hearing good things. Meaning,
yes,
I hear network shows, and I'm tuning out sometimes mentally before I even give it a chance.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Spoiled by cable,
it's flooded.
and things like that.
You've got Netflix. You've got Hulu. You got all these sorts of things.
Right.
I totally get it. Hopefully we stand out because we're sci-fi. There's a black guy on it going in the past.
Yeah,
literally.
But that's the.
But I know how prejudiced you are.
But this show, let me tell you, on network, we talk about the shows that we're into now, right? I mean, what did you watch? Name the shows. I said. On Goliath, I watched on Amazon. I told you that was good.
Hulu. There's so many options.
Hulu, Amazon, Netflix.
I couldn't even tell you a network show I watched, to be honest. I have no idea.
There's three.
That's the thing.
There's like 3 or 4 I watch. I'll watch like Modern Family and Blackish just to get a half-hour quick comedy.
You got it.
But then I watch This Is Us because that shit makes me cry.
I haven't seen that yet.
And Timeless.
Sterling Brown is great.
That guy is.
It's great. I met him once. We were at one of these fuddy-duddy NBC things, and he literally just rolled up to me like, "Hello, Malcolm. How are you? Congratulations for everything." That's my impression of Sterling K. Brown.
I can't watch that stuff.
We got to. You told me if I like him on This Is Us. I've yet to watch the OJ special. I
haven't. I feel like I lived it though. I mean,
that's
it's got to be good.
Didn't you do OJ the musical?
I did do OJ.
I know my
got a point.
I know my shit.
He does.
I haven't watched a show yet. And because you guys have to really stand out to get noticed in that world.
Yeah,
and
it's
from what
it's
I'm
very
hearing,
hard.
it's a great show. They come in talking about it all the time.
Yeah,
so we discuss
really
your
good.
show all the time.
Covino,
on the
you
show.
should really watch the show.
After
really
meeting
good.
you,
I have an
absolutely will.
iTunes account. I'll send you my password and you can watch it.
You know what it's like for us? Let me give you our perspective, right?
I don't care.
Well, fuck you.
Literally don't care. If you're not watching the show.
All right, for example, I don't like the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? But I meet some of the players and I love them individually. So then I start rooting for them, and then I start watching the games. I'm meeting you. I think you're super cool. I got to watch the show now for sure.
I'll tell you this: I will
we-
never like the Patriots. I don't care who's on there. So that's
Are you a
that.
sports guy?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Were you a good athlete or no? And that's how you got into acting.
I was okay athlete. I think I was like on a football team like freshman, sophomore year, defensive end, wide receiver, play a little intramural basketball. Then I went into science.
Oh, really? No, science. Science was your shit.
I was like a math science kid. Then I was a theater kid, and now I'm whatever I'm doing now. Poetry, maybe. Hi,
Poetry.
Chloe. I'm saying hello to random people on my Insta Live.
I see it.
What people
look at
don't
that.
know is my life is actually quite boring, and so I have to use these times to like so fans would be like, "Oh, look at this jet setter!"
Right.
And really, I'm just like at home eating Cheetos.
You want to put a green screen? You want a green screen behind you with some palm trees? And
All
stuff?
of this looks like interesting stuff. Like this is like to regular Americans, this is all interesting.
It's the live.
So
Hi,
on
Chloe.
the show, let me also the show for Malcolm if you haven't watched it yet.
No, I mean, dude, I
Timeless.
hear nothing but great things always.
Like
No,
I
it's
said,
good. It's really good.
There's a bit. I don't even know how to describe Rittenhouse yet because I don't. If you guys haven't really even made a deal of what it really is, it's like a bad group. It's almost like the Illuminati style that they.
Yeah. I always it's the Illuminati to me. I don't know what the writers think it is, but to me it's the Illuminati. It's the thing behind everything. It's the the skulls, the secret skulls, or whatever those societies and blah blah.
Cross
The
the
Rothschilds. Hey,
Rothschilds.
look at that guy. So yeah, I mean we've gone into it. We've gone into like we've seen the founder, and he sucks. So like you get that idea.
But the cool part about the show is they're chasing. They're essentially chasing a bad guy throughout time in a time machine. So they find out where he goes because he's trying to alter history. So then they go find this guy to try to make sure he doesn't alter history. And in the meantime, they're bumping into random people in the past. And I think that's sort of the cool aspect of the show. Like they'll be what was the episode when you met the magician? What's his
Houdini.
Houdini. Like that was like
It's hard name to remember.
the one famous magician. Exactly. No, but they'll be like, hey, I'm Harry. Oh, Harry Houdini. Oh shit, it's Harry Houdini. And I feel like that's every episode.
Sure, it wasn't Magic Mark, the guy that listens to our show.
No, it wasn't Magic Mark.
Oh, it wasn't Magic
It was
Mark.
actually the Amazing Jonathan.
Oh, I love him. when he puts the Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah.
I used to love the Amazing
Little
Jonathan.
Amazing Jonathan reference for
that's
everyone
great.
here.
Yeah, he'll
I
watch
love
that, but not your show.
You've got Amazing Jonathan on rotation, heavy rotation.
I love Amazing Jonathan.
I love Amazing Jonathan.
I love him more. All right, so let's talk about some of the appearances too. Aside from Timeless, NBC, 10 p.m., Key and Peele, Kroll Show.
Yes.
You have fun doing that stuff. You're a really funny guy. Do you get to expose the funny on Timeless, by the way? Because I don't know.
I do a little bit of funny. It's funny.
I think it's cool that you're into science and you play a scientist. That's pretty cool on the show.
Yeah. Well, I have not that different backstory from the character. I mean, I'm not a genius level MIT grad, but I grew up in Bed-Stuy, did the math and science thing up until I started doing poetry and slam poetry and theater, and then that became my life. And Rufus, as a character, he came from West Side Chicago, and was just the genius kid who came up. So I feel very comfortable playing this character.
So Malcolm Barrett, versatile, because like I said, the comedy stuff, Kroll, who we love, Bobby Bottle Service, one of my heroes, Key and Peele.
Those guys are unbelievable.
How was it doing that stuff and working with those guys?
That was awesome. Kroll wound up because I know a writer, David Leventhal, so I feel like he just wanted to put me in something. So I played one of the gigolos. I think I was probably the first and only black gigolo on there, which was like a really weird thing.
Way to break the barrier.
Breaking huge barriers. The Rosa Parks of assholes.
First gigolo on a Comedy Central sketch show.
Yes.
But hold on, I thought this was cool too because you were on The Sopranos.
I was.
Doing what?
I was, what was it? The episode I think was called Watching Too Much Television, or was that Law and Order? I don't know. But on Sopranos, he was coming into the neighborhood, and I was there with my sister, and I'm like, "You want some shit?" I'm selling him drugs, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, fucking old neighborhood."
Who was it though?
To Tony.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, how surreal is that looking back?
It's really weird. I'm one of a few people that pulled a gun on Tony Soprano.
That's so cool.
For one, and
Yeah.
then what was really cool was
What
like,
was it? You want some shit?
Yeah. I don't know what I said. It was like crack, motherfucker. Fuck off my block. shit like that. You know, that's back when I would play like Thugs with Hearts of Gold.
But at the time, did you know how sort of cool that show was?
Yeah. I mean, you know, and it's funny because I had reservations at the time because I was like, oh, I don't want to. I'm not sure about playing a drug dealer and being that.
Right, I got
But
you.
I was like, oh, Sopranos, they're all Italian mobsters. I think I'll be all right.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was interesting because between takes it was like cold, and so James Gandolfini like let me sit in the car with him and the other guy. I don't know if it was Big Pussy. It was just a big Italian man in general.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting in the car.
Could have been Spot.
It might have been Spot for all I fucking know without the beard. And I'm just sitting there like feeling like so cool. Like they're just talking to each other, and I feel like I'm in a car with mobsters. Like they're just like,
that's fucking
yeah,
cool.
I was going. Yeah, I tried to get over there. I was going there. Yeah.
But you must have been young as hell.
Yeah, I was in college. Probably.
What a fucking great opportunity.
I was gonna say we're like the same age, so I'm wondering like when you're in these scenarios and you know you're building your way up, and you know you're on a primetime show, you're a part of all these, you know, like Kroll Show, Key and Peele, you're doing all these guest spots.
Yeah, I'm
and
very successful.
And now you're on a premiere NBC primetime show. That's gotta feel like when I see those billboards, they're around. That's gotta feel fucking dope.
I would tell you this is the craziest thing in the world is having a billboard with your face on it. It's, you know, as an actor, it's kind of one of those things that you like. You kind of think about like as a kid, like not when you're really doing it. You're like, yeah, there's going to be a billboard and buses with my face on it. And then it happens. You're like, there's a bus with my face on it.
You like the picture they picked?
I do. I love that picture. This is why I love it. It's me in a hoodie running. And the fact that you got a black man in a hoodie running and he's the hero as opposed to getting chased down.
Right.
It's like, or like, here's this guy stealing your wallet. Like, it's a really a cool experience.
I'm glad to hear that, though. I'm glad to hear that you like those sort of little perks that come along with the business, you know?
Yeah.
To see your face up there, you know, just a kid from Brooklyn doing poetry.
Bed-Stuy, Fort Greene, Clinton Hills.
Look at that.
Running in the hoodie.
That's
There we
fucking
are.
cool, man.
I know.
That is really cool.
Brooklyn, stand up.
You know why? Because everyone in this town especially wants that shit so
They
bad.
do.
And you got that shit.
You know what?
And by the way, you're an East Coast guy. We're East Coast guys.
Yeah,
I grew
I'm
up
from
in New
New
York.
Jersey.
He's from Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Brooklyn guy. Could you tell?
While we do the show, I just want you to know that Malcolm is scamming so much Instagram ass right now. he's waving to the camera. He's just trying to scam ass. That's what he's doing.
Ass scamming.
Yeah, he's ass scamming.
That's my new app.
He's ass scamming on Instagram. How about this? I see here that you're part of Dear White People. That caused a lot of controversy when the trailers came out and things like that.
To idiots, you know.
Yeah, but what could we expect from this?
You know what's funny is, so I did the movie. I have nothing to do with the TV show, but I'm a huge fan of Justin's and all of that, and so I've been promoting it as though I'm involved at all.
But you're not.
But I'm not at all.
Hey, you're busy with the show. Isn't this a perfect time for you to really capitalize? So are you on your hustle
More than
harder
ever?
than ever because of the popularity you have right now? Or are you just kind of but you should be, right?
Just kind of just taking it in and hoping it never ends.
Yeah, you know. Well, here's the thing. Here's the hard part. I'm sure you know other actors are better business people than I am. But we have been there 24/7 for the last 5 to 6 months shooting this show.
So now you're just taking it in.
Yeah, we've been in Vancouver. Like literally, we've had 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 16-hour days.
Yeah, but now you're hot. Now's the time.
I just got back yesterday, Covino. You're right. You're right. No, you know, this is what I'm doing.
You disappoint me.
I know. Well, this is what I'm doing with my fame. I have a theater company, Ammunition Theater,
right?
And so we're producing a bunch of plays. We have How to Raise a Freeman from Zakiya Alexander, and that's going to be at the New Collective in March. And so we're doing stuff like that. And then I have a band, Sin City, and then we're going to be performing.
What do you do in the band?
I rap, and then my boy Brandon is a soul singer, and then we have a live band, and then we come together and do music. And we have our albums are very concept albums. So a director friend was like, "I'm going to do a stage play with you guys."
Is stored inside. We gave you a beat. Could we hear something cool?
Sure.
No,
all right,
seriously?
let's go. Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do that.
Hey, Spot, pull him up. What do you give us a random instrumental you want? Pick a random rapper.
Go.
Anyone?
Anything?
I don't care. Let's do it.
What do you think of this Chance the Rapper guy, man? Is he the real deal?
He's from Brooklyn, old school. Get an old school Biggie beat or something.
Love him.
Love him, huh?
Yeah.
And by the way, I heard something that he's the most successful independent artist of all time, first to ever win a Grammy on his own without a label.
Yeah, I think he's the first independent artist to win a without a label.
That's amazing, right?
And I think he fought because it was like streaming and things like that.
So what's the real love for you? Scamming ass on Instagram,
scamming ass,
being on stage,
being on stage, which people love. That seems to be a thrill.
Music, poetry. I mean, you're a guy that seems to be all over the place with this stuff.
I'm all over the place with this stuff. Man. So I just try and do whatever I can, and whatever takes off, man. You know, I try, whatever hits. I mean,
but is it comfortable to be at a level though? Because I'm sure it took a minute to get to a place where you were making a really nice living doing what you love. Because at first it's not, you're probably trying to patch a lot of things together. And now you're in a spot where it's like, wow, I'm actually really making a nice living doing all the stuff that you genuinely like.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's an interesting world to be in. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hold on. You're on NBC, right? You're on Timeless.
I've heard of it.
Tell us about the come up. Like, how bad was it? How was the struggle? What did you do to make ends meet before you were making it?
I was a tutor. I taught math and I was a teaching artist and things like that. Yeah, I mean, I was a broke Brooklyn kid. You know what I mean? Like working class. Like, oh, the lights are off. All right, cool. Like that sort of a
dealt with it.
Yeah, like that sort of a thing. But then just slowly started like making it like tutoring and then acting and then this came and here we are.
Wow.
Yeah, when you got the call and they're like, they picked up. Not only did they pick up the pilot, but I'm on it and everything. Is that like I always picture like some corny celebration, no matter who it is. Like you're probably like hang up the phone. You're like, yeah. Like when you get that call, it's got to be like, shit. Life's about to change for a minute now.
Yeah, it's always back when I had a girlfriend. Whenever I'd get a pilot, I'm pretty sure we'd fuck immediately after. I was like, pilot. I was like, pilot. We fucking now. We fucking right now.
It's a celebration.
Get the fuck out of here. It's dick time. But
pilot time equals dick time.
Yeah,
dick
same thing. She was happy.
I can see that.
But like now.
By the way, so you're single now?
I am.
Dude, how fucking good does it feel to be on TV and single at the same time?
He stands under his billboards.
I just stand under my billboard. I'm like,
no, but that's like, isn't that the coolest sort of like you won the breakup a little bit?
It's weird because I have like no desire to like. Because I'm busy, I have like no desire to like talk to I mean I do. I love chicks.
You don't want to
now. No, he just doesn't want to talk to them. He didn't say he doesn't want to bang. He's like, I don't want to talk.
I'm a superstar. He doesn't have to talk to him anymore.
I just leave my door open. I'm like, if I'm awake,
But your ex, whether you guys had a nice breakup or not, that like when people say, yeah, how's Malcolm, and she has to be like, yeah, he's on a big NBC show. Like she hates saying that probably.
No, absolutely.
I think we're actually still really cool. Yeah, we're still really cool. So I think it still is upsetting.
She's proud of you.
Like, I'm not like the guy who's like, I'm not homeless. So it's just like, it looks better. It looks better for her.
Right. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ask you this. On the show, you got good style. On the show, you get to dress in all the different decades. That's got to be sort of a trippy part. You did the 80s. You guys look like Tubbs and Crockett from Miami Vice or something.
Yeah.
How was that? Is it fun to do that shit?
Yeah, that was awesome. It was almost going to be like I feel like I was going to wear like a Kangol or something in one version of what my outfit was going to be. But that part is fun. The older outfits, not as fun because the shoes are always horrible. And we're always like running and kicking butt in like olden time Civil War shoes. You know what I mean? And she's like, our costume person, she's always like, I don't care. It looks good.
So this is like the ultimate game of pretend, right? Because you're playing all different roles, all different time periods, all different things.
But I love when they go back in time and they don't have a fake name and they'll just throw some shit out there like, they're like, who are you? He's like, I'm Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
You pulled that one last night, I think.
Hey, Spotty, you got a beat for this guy?
I think I found it.
All right, let's hear the skills. Let's hear the band. What's your band, by the way?
Sin City LP.
Sin City. Yeah. Malcolm Barrett from Timeless on the Covino and Rich show. Again, NBC, 10 p.m. He's a scientist.
He's
Rufus Carlin.
He's the second most popular independent artist other than Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, representing Brooklyn. Let's see this.
All right, get
Spot. God, what do we got? All right. Brooklyn in the building. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. Here we go. in a white wife beater and a white two-seater, and I'm so cold I should carry 2 heaters. Game so bananas that you could call it Chiquita. My chick so Morena, I should probably call her Rita. Rolling up some reefer, acting local with my Vita, in a city with a bitty apple bomb like Bonita. To you aliens, I'm as foreign as English is. I'm so on fire, I should retire extinguishers. In my rap clothes, trying to fashion a rhyme. This is sex with no love, I'm just passing the time. She came and went, she came and bent. Boy Scout orgasm, I came intense. I will bomb any lame your space arrange. Obama on a dime, I'm the face of change, chilling in the villain. All right, that's all I got.
All right.
That was great.
Switch it up. One more. Quick one. Double time. Go. Double time beat. What we got?
Yeah, give him something.
What we got? What we got? Go.
I'll tell you what we got. We got Spot on the 1s and 2s,
Which is the weakest.
Yeah, got DJ Scratch and Sniff over there. Let's see. We got anything else, Spotty?
What do you got?
Oh yeah. Who shot ya?
What?
This is not it.
Here we go.
There we go.
Malcolm Barrett.
Dr. Dre.
Oh, here we go.
What a shame. Fame is the name with a dame, with a flame, with a feeling. Wait. I'm freestyling with my boy, yeah, is this? And I don't give a damn, they call it Covino Rich. Now, I ain't white people, I'm getting the name right. And if you too black, then I'ma keep it too light. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm just playing. And I don't know what you're doing, I'm fly to land. Whatever I'm doing this when I rhyme this. It's your boy Rufus, ruthless on timeless.
Yeah.
And you get your shit tooken, representing New Jersey, New York, straight from Brooklyn. That's all I got right now.
Oh my God!
I didn't expect to rhyme today.
I'm impressed. And it's early. I like
It's
it.
very early in the morning. This is 8:30
I
right
want to ask you this. Speaking about music too,
I heard a Benita Applebaum shout out. I heard
I wrote that down. So funny.
A
Like,
marijuana reference. I heard.
he also shouted out Chiquita Bananas. Benita Applebaum. You know, Tribe Called Quest performed at the Grammy Awards. I don't know if you saw that. I love a Tribe Called Quest. I mean, I think most people do, right? But a lot of these rap performances, they start to shout, and it's not true to the song, and I hate it. What's your opinion on that? Am I being too
on shouting during songs?
opinionated?
On,
You know, like
on live hip hop versus
live
the
hip hop shows, to me, I get lost sometimes. I'm like, I love Q-Tip. Now he's screaming award tour, and it's bothering me. You know,
you know what? I missed that one, but I do. I respect a good performer. You know what I mean? It is that hard thing of like, I think a lot of new artists, they all want to be Wu-Tang, so there's like 38 people on stage just like all shouting their lyrics and stuff like that. But yeah, man, a good stage performance is always appreciated, man.
Are you hip hop all the way, or do you dabble in other genres?
I'm mostly hip hop, man. I mean, in terms of listening,
Yeah.
man. I listen to mostly hip hop, soul, funk. You know what I mean? I've been out of the loop on everything cool right now.
Any rock at all? Did you go up with any rock influence that you thought was cool?
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up. Go ahead.
Bad Brains, Fishbone.
Oh, no shit.
A little bit of what is it? Anthony Kiedis and
Chili Peppers.
Yeah. A little
So
bit of
you
something.
dug some of that stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
a little
You
punk.
would
I was in a
always
punk
say
band.
you were in a punk band.
I was in a punk band for like.
I like Fishbone. They're pretty. They got a punk influence.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Covino, you always say that you knew a rock song had good credibility when you were growing up in the 90s.
And my black friends knew
when
it.
you were on the bus trip for a football game, and your black teammates and friends would acknowledge a rock song you were playing.
Yeah, for
You said
sure.
that
I'm like,
gave it instant credibility.
It crossed over. They're finding it cool. Then it really.
So some of that
must be a
90s
bigger
rock,
song.
like Nirvana, Stone
Right.
Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, some of that did cross over.
Yep, for
Yeah.
sure.
I was more 70s rock.
70s rock.
I can listen to that or
Like yacht rock, like soft listening.
real soft yacht rock. That's just me and the boys on
Like
a
a
yacht.
little Seals and Croft.
Yeah, Seals and Crofts. Summer breeze makes me feel fine.
Knowing you're
Little blue-eyed soul.
Yeah, I know what you're coming from. Malcolm Barrett, again, he's here. He plays a scientist, Rufus Carlin, on Timeless. You want to hang out and do some news with us?
Yeah, let's do some
Nice.
news.
Want to take a break? We'll come back and
All
do
right.
the news with Spotty.
Come back and do the
Let's
news
hang
with
out
Spotty.
with Malcolm Barrett again and check out Timeless. Is Covino and Rich.
Covino and Rich doing it live from LA. Sirius XM. Covino and Rich live from Hollywood.
A Malcolm Barrett suggestion. He says he's the real deal. Chance the Rapper, same drug. Speaking of,
Oh yeah.
he's a rapper. Verbal the Rapper on Twitter.
Yeah.
Malcolm Barrett, hit him up at Verbal the Rapper. Timeless.
I think at Malcolm Barrett is my Twitter and Verbal B Rapping is my Instagram.
Oh, so this is all wrong.
No, that's correct.
Throw the shit.
This is fucking garbage.
Fuck notes.
You know, I just was reminded when you said fuck notes that I'm getting feedback saying that people think you look like Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah, I used to get that all the time.
You get it all the time, huh?
Yeah, there's 3 stages of me, people saying I look like Dave Chappelle. There was when I was like college or younger, where it was just like, or high school, where it was like, where it used to be like, you look like dude from Robin Hood Men in Tights. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I can't wait till he makes it so I can start getting these free titties that's popping out, right?
Then you look like Reggie from, what was it, Dr. Doolittle? Remember
No. Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor, yeah.
So then it was like,
Reggie.
then I started coming out, and it was like, the thing that keeps you humble when you're an actor and you look like someone is you never know if they mean you or not. So someone will be like, hey, and you're like, hey. They're like, you were so good in,
Keep going.
Half-baked?
Sure. Damn it! It's not me.
Oh, that's so funny. Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Have you ever met him?
Here's
Because that must be a trip, because he'd probably look at you and be like, he does look like...
Here's the thing. I met him back when Comedy Central had something called the Commies, back when like everybody was having an award show. And the thing about that is like, I'd gotten that for a lot of my life, but I really didn't, and I thought he was great, but I don't really have anything to say to him.
Right.
So he was like at a table by himself, chilling, and I'm like, well, I got to go up because people are going to be like, did you see it? And I got to have a story. I have to have an anecdote. And I go up to him, and the lamest thing, I go, hey. He's like, hey, man. I'm like, people say I look like you sometimes. He goes, oh, that's crazy. And then that was the end of our conversation.
Did you get a selfie or
I
nothing?
got nothing because I didn't really want to take a picture. It was like nice to see him.
And
but
then
like,
what he said.
And then?
And then I walked away because I had nothing to say.
Oh, man.
Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
And that's probably the lamest thing someone can say. Because especially if you think you're more attractive than whoever just talked to you. Like, hey, people say, I look like you. You're just like, oh, God.
Yeah.
We always say it sometimes could be taken as an insult. So you always have to present that with, did you know who you look like? A more handsome Dave Chappelle. Right?
A really hot Dave Chappelle.
I've said that. Covino said, who's this guy coming in? I go, handsome Dave Chappelle. You'll see.
Malcolm Barrett is here, and we appreciate you stopping by, man.
Yes.
Verbal the rapper, again, timeless. But since you're here,
let's hang out.
Might as well do the news.
Spot
Let's do
always,
some news.
Spot gives us the headlines we may have missed. Tata also helps us. What do you got, Spot? What's going on? You got to turn your mic on first.
Me or Tata go first?
Either one. I don't give a shit.
Tata, take it away.
Something you guys should have planned
All
out.
right. Starting in summer of 2017, you can now get married in the most romantic place in the world, the Taco Bell in Las Vegas.
Yes.
For $600.
Not far off where you got married.
No, that's just rude.
You got married with an Elvis in Vegas.
It wasn't a Taco Bell, okay?
It was an Elvis.
It was a chapel of love. They weren't serving tacos. I went to
Right.
Taco Bell
Actually,
afterward. I went afterward to
Save
get
some
tacos.
time.
Right.
So for $600, you can get the wedding package, which includes a Taco Bell garter, a bow tie, sauce packet wedding bouquet, just married t-shirts.
Oh my goodness!
Taco Bell champagne flutes. And a Cinnabon Delights wedding cake.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm all about. So if there's any takers, let me know. Newlyweds will also be treated to a taco 12-pack for their very first meal as a married couple.
Oh, man.
I love this.
How trashy you got to be to do this?
Yeah, well, the honeymoon's definitely in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Nothing going on afterwards.
Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty trashy. But you know what? I got to be honest. Who the fuck doesn't love Taco Bell?
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't mind some Taco Bell. Yeah. I don't know if I need that to be my wedding theme.
No.
But I like Taco Bell.
It's like the people who go to White Castle on Valentine's Day.
I saw a lot of that this year, by the way.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Because people think it's funny to be trashy. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
But Taco Bell is tasty, though. Taco Bell.
That's your late night snack. You go there all the time.
It was for a minute. It was. It's right there. It's right there by the house. It's close. All right, what else you got, Spot?
Okay, what would you classify as possibly the greatest comeback in sports history?
Ooh, the LeBron.
Of
Cubs.
Okay.
Dude.
Maybe just
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady is the
Well, there you go. Tom Brady's the man.
The worst ever.
I know. Did you see the Valentine's Day card yesterday? There was a Valentine's Day card from the Atlanta Falcons, and it's like, are you a 25-point lead? Because I want to blow you. Love the Atlanta Falcons. Love the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow.
That's great.
I thought that was good.
Well, apparently a book and film are being commissioned based off this great comeback of Tom Brady's in Super Bowl 51. So
it's the first time in Super Bowl history that they've gone into overtime, right?
Yes, that's another one, yes.
But I don't think it was the biggest comeback.
It was.
I mean, as far as Super Bowl, yes. But for what it meant to the city, the Chicago Cubs, that meant everything. For them to come back in that series?
Of course, yeah.
Right?
No, it definitely means more than because the Patriots have won so many times by now.
As far as, single game performance, obviously.
They were saying this year, like, whether you're a sports fan or not, Cubs came back from 3-1.
Right.
LeBron came back down 3-1 and beat Golden State. The NCAA, the March Madness ended on a buzzer beater. Right? And then right now, Tom Brady had a 25-point comeback. So, yeah, they're saying every sporting event this year has been pretty spectacular.
Malcolm, White Racist had a big comeback this year.
White Racist, huge comeback. Huge. Just when you thought,
huge year.
Huge year for
but then
White Racist.
then you're thinking, no, they were just hiding.
Hey, are you using your celebrity perks for, courtside tickets to the Lakers and things like that?
No, I don't. I'm not of any status to get anything. I got some free sneakers.
That's cool.
That's good. Dude,
Creative Rex. Talk about them all. These are
they're in the building.
They're on the 19th floor.
Yeah, you get some free sneakers.
You should go right up there today.
I will. I don't buy clothes.
I don't buy clothes.
They're like 2 floors up.
You're an East Coast guy living in LA now, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
What's the big takeaway from going from Brooklyn to Los Angeles?
Man, the hardest thing, I'm not going to shit it on it the way I did probably my first year, but the hardest thing about being a Brooklyn kid going to LA is that community. Like finding a bunch of like-minded people, or like
1,000%.
You don't run into anybody in LA, like because you're in your car and you're going specifically to wherever you're going. Like you got to find
kind of
cool
make a
stuff.
plan.
Yeah. But like, whereas in New York, it's just like you run into old high school buddies, or you're like, is that a little breakdancing Asian girl? Like, I didn't even know I like that. Is that what I'm into? Like,
Right. You have bump into people everywhere.
No, by the way, you know what the new phase or rage is right now?
What is?
Vaguely Asian girls. Like girls who are like, they're Asian, but they're not.
Vaguely
Vaguely
Yeah, for some reason, we feel like 20-ish or so years ago, there must have been some rage where everyone from black men to white men to everyone
went for the submissive Asian woman or something.
Went for an Asian woman, because
now
right now, I feel like the hottest girls on Instagram everywhere are just like half Asian, Filipino looking, like vaguely Asian girls are the rage.
I think mixed folks are always hot for some reason.
Are.
I don't know if this is getting me into trouble or not.
No,
I
that's
don't know
the
how
truth,
this
man.
works.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's all. Look, hey, there's no better proof than we need to fuck all each other.
Yeah,
some mixed love is creating some damn good looking people, man.
Also, check out my album Mixed Love, dropping next week.
Mixed love. Is that true?
Featuring Vaguely Asian. Yeah,
Vaguely Asian.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's really good.
Is that true?
Is that true?
I believed him for a minute.
It's a riff on what we're talking about.
So your album's coming out next week? It's called Mixed Love?
Covino's susceptible to believing shit. Like, he's the guy that reads a headline. It's like, yo, did you see people could walk on water now? And then you're like,
true story.
It's not out. Yeah, but he believed that.
It is a true story.
You gotta read it.
Have you heard of Jesus, fuckhead? All right.
By the way, this is the best Jehovah's Witness ever. The best. You heard of Jesus, fuckhead? Here's the fucking Bible over here.
Hey, fucking do your research. Read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Want to get baptized, you asshole?
What else? Anything else about that we missed today?
Yeah, Love Actually is gonna reunite for a short charity short film. So I know, Rich, this is one of your favorite.
I do that. It's my favorite corny Christmas holiday thing. I like Love Actually.
My two favorite corny romance movies are Love Actually and The Notebook.
Those are good ones. Those are good choices. Those are good choices.
This one's going to be titled Red Nose Day, actually, and it's raising funds for comic relief, which is really nice. It picks up in the current day to see where the stars of the film are in 2017, and it's going to air on NBC on March 25th, and it's raising money for people with tough lives across the UK and Africa. So, good cause, good movie.
People like reunions. People like reunions.
They do.
That's the one with Andrew Lincoln, right?
Yeah, he
is.
The only person that's passed away was about the guy from Harry Potter. Alan Rickman was main character in that. He passed away.
Did you watch The Walking Dead this past weekend?
I did.
Yo, I saw some video that surfaced today. No, and it was auditions to be a zombie for The Walking Dead.
Just a bunch of people.
Did you see it? Yeah, you got it. Again, continue with the news. I'm going to try to find that. Yeah, I saw it today.
All right. Well, fill in the blank. Keanu is the
man.
Thank you. The man.
Yes.
He confirmed the new Bill and Ted movie, and the plot for Bill and Ted is pretty much they have to write a song to save the world, and they haven't done it. And their marriages begin to fall apart because they're saving the world, and their kids hate them. And then someone comes from the future to tell them not to write the song. But yeah, new Bill and Ted production starts this year.
That's huge.
Speaking of Bill and Ted,
yeah,
aren't the characters on Timeless named after Bill and Ted?
There you go, Beardy.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go, Beardy.
That's true, huh?
It's a 100% true.
Rufus is George Carlin.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
whose character was named Rufus
Carlin.
from Better Off.
Right. Bill and Ted.
Yeah. And then Wyatt Logan and Lucy Preston.
Who's Preston? Yeah.
Keanu is so above this in my mind. For him to say, you know what, I'm not forgetting my roots and where I came from, and I still want to do this and have fun and show my fun side, to me speaks volumes about his character and what he's willing to do for his craft. I think that's awesome.
Get blown by two chicks.
And what's great
that's a
is
good show.
he's also like not one of those guys where he's clearly going back to the well for success. Like he's at the height of success. He's got a brand new movie.
Doing
and
it for the
he's just
fans and shit. I love
is that other guy going to be in here?
By the way, this is the Walking Dead zombie audition. Check this out. See, this is what I find so interesting about what you do. Like, you really gotta. No, not as an actor. You like to put yourself out there, so vulnerable. You know, that's just
like
amazing
a slow
to me.
mosh pit.
Yeah, like look at this.
Like that guy's doing way too much.
Yeah.
All right, that's a video that surfaced today. Go ahead. What else did we miss?
March and April, Playboy, after 1 year of not posting or photographing nudes for their magazine, they will return to nude photos. Of
course.
So I'll look forward to that.
Yeah, well, you know, I heard the not Hugh, one of the Hefner sons said, "Hey, listen, truthfully, he was straight up honest. He said it was a stupid mistake, a terrible marketing
Cooper.
idea, and he said,
We need titties.
he said, that's what he quote. We need titties.
We need titties.
Is
That was a quote.
but he said he was honest.
That's what
and
you
he's-
expect from the brand.
Yeah, but he was
that's all.
honest. He said, "Listen, we tried to get all fancy and cutesy about it, but
Didn't work.
it didn't work. We're bringing back nude women. It's Playboy.
Bringing titties back.
What? So we anything else, Potter? We almost wrapped up or what?
Do you care about them trying to resurrect the woolly mammoth or no?
The
What do you mean?
woolly mammoth. They could.
Scientists are on the brink of creating the woolly mammoth. It's going to be an elephant mammoth hybrid, so it'll be an elephant with traits of a woolly mammoth.
Okay.
And they could really. They
can really do
in
that,
the
yeah.
lab. They could do this.
Yeah. So expect woolly mammoths roaming the earth.
What does Rufus the scientist think
Think
about
of woolly
thinks that's
mammoth.
stupid.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Oh my god, I think that's cool.
He's
as hell.
excited, but
Woolly
it's stupid.
mammoths.
All right.
What are we gonna do with
Is
that?
that it, Spawn? Is that all
Yeah,
we
that's
got
it.
for today? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
take
it
it
for the news.
Thank
By
you.
the way, how'd our first date go, Malcolm? Do you think we were okay? We're okay, guys? We'll hang
you
again?
gues were good. I
Okay.
fucks with y'all.
All right, cool.
I'll
You're
fucks with
welcome.
y'all.
You're welcome anytime, man.
I was going to say.
Where you living, by the way? You a Valley boy? I am.
Covino loves
You
to
a
say
Valley
that.
boy?
Covino loves to say that. I'm a Valley boy.
You know what? I'm Hollywood homeless. I don't have a place. I got rid of my place because I had to be in Vancouver for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like Airbnb-ing in the weirdest Airbnbs ever.
No
in, like,
shit.
I'm in this house which.
Do they know like you're a
No,
TV star?
No. You know what's funny? There's some black shit. I still can't get an Airbnb by myself. So I still like my homegirl hooks me up whenever I'm there, and but I also don't want like. There's a part of me that like wants to use like some famous picture of me and be like, but then I like don't want them to like know or like visit the house or something like that.
Maybe if you need a roommate, I might be in the market.
Might be in the market.
That's a whole personal story I haven't really exposed yet.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah,
you
but-
should see. You should come to my place now. There's a fur rug and like a fur comforter and like a full length mirror and like a cologne set. I can't tell if it's like a gay man's place or like a douche, right? Like
Really douchey guy
yeah,
that's
I
on
can't
trend
tell
that's
if it's
traveling.
a really douchey guy or just a confident gay man.
Well, Covino
Like, I
does
can't-
have a cologne display, so it makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not. They're not living there though, so it's
No.
like for guests.
Oh, cologne display. How many different? What old cologne do you remember the most back in the day?
High karate is that one?
What is it like? Juve
Was that a real one?
High karate. I don't know. What was
Car is the most famous.
Car Noir? Was
Yeah.
Car Noir.
That was
yeah.
the shit. That brings me right back to the 90s for sure.
I remember when you first got cologne, when you first put
yeah.
cologne on, like you were like, I'm an adult now. I'm getting all the ladies. I'm gonna
Shit.
wash my nuts too.
We were saying the generation a little younger than us
Gotta
was-
wash your nuts
was
on
all,
the big night.
was all about the body spray that we didn't live that life, but the Axe body spray that like a kid.
Yeah,
That's
if
a
I
little-
would have had that when I was a kid, I would have been all over.
You would
But I
have abused
remember
that, yeah.
the first. But it's rough when you're a kid because you like also don't smell great because you're going through puberty. So
Oh,
you're just
for
putting.
sure.
You're
High
putting.
karate.
Told you high karate.
High karate.
Told you about
remember that shit.
Motherfuckers don't know high karate.
They sold that in Bed-Stuy at the bodegas.
now we know what to get you on
Yeah,
your
right
birthday.
next to a cat on some bread. This
All
is
right.
hot karate.
Well, listen, Malcolm,
up,
it was
cuz?
nice to meet you. Again, guys, Timeless on NBC. Check them out. And just congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Oh, the season finale on Monday.
Season
Right.
finale is going to be big. McCarthyism.
You better not leave me fucking hanging on some shit. But
No, we'll give you some shit.
all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised
All
land.
right, goodbye.